This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined by Ksi'S coach, Alexis. Did that go as how you went today? Oh, sorry, I can't even get words out here. Did that go as you thought?
Yeah, I thought that it might take us a few rounds to get our range, but I don't think Faze really respected JJ's kind of power, and I think he thought he could trade with it, which is a bit of a bad idea. JJ's got some heat on him, so.
What was the game plan in that fight?
Exactly how it went down.
Really it was.
Yeah, I mean, we practiced that shot and that movement like maybe 100 times in the warm-up.
really? Okay.
Yeah, that exact shot and that exact stance. I banked on him doing that. Slightly predictable, watching a lot of tape on him and the way he fights. But I thought he was going to change up a little bit, fight on the outside because of his range. But he decided to stay in a little bit.
When the change happened from Dylan Downs to Faze Temper, were you worried at all? Did it pick a switch in your head?
Look, you always got to worry when you switch out a short guy for a 6'4" southpaw. You always have to worry when that change happens. But ultimately, we've sparred really, really well. So I can't, I mean, the only thing we wanted to do is make sure we kept it as a southpaw because we sparred 100 rounds, 115 rounds with southpaws. So if we change it to an orthodox, I wouldn't have been fair on JJ.
The only issue with JJ, I'll say now, is he didn't get much ring time in today. And it's a great thing he knocked him out, but he didn't get the most ring time in today. Does that mean he needs a few more fights before that fight with Jake?
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, Mike Tyson never got any ring time either. Loads of guys that spar really, really hard and work their asses off in the gym. It shows on fight night. I mean, if we could have gone 6, we could have gone 4, 2, it happened in 1. It's unfortunate for Faze that happened, but to be honest with you, we don't get paid for overtime here, man. We can get a guy out on 1, we're getting a guy out on 1. If we have to go to the decision, we go to the decision, but we're not getting paid for overtime, and boxing's a dangerous sport. The longer you're in there for, the more chance there is of you getting hurt.
100%. And obviously, I didn't actually hear his speech at the end. Who did he call out?
No, he called out everyone. JJ, yeah, he's ready for absolutely anything. You could put someone else in there right now, 2 in a night, he'd go again and again and again. I think it's up to us to hold him back a little bit. He's, up for anything. But I do think that on that line, saying that, I think that stepping up the levels to, someone like a Woodley, to a Fury. I mean, Joe Fournier's, world champion, box undefeated. Like those guys are levels. Obviously, they're not in their prime now, so they're levels. But Joe's he's an undefeated on a winning streak. For him to be here now, that's a very, very dangerous fight for me as a coach to think about for JJ. But it's a fight that I guess we have to do if we're looking to fight those kind of level guys.
As a coach, who would you prefer for Ksi'S' next opponent to be?
I've got to be honest with you. We sit down with 3 or 4 of us. We go through. We have 4 or 5 names. We run through the names. We look at tape and we make a clinical decision. And it's difficult because ultimately, one may suit one style, one might suit another. But we've got to look for the progression in him as a fighter, as an athlete. So I mean, I know people are going to say, "What about Sol Papi?" You can't. JJ's got to him. He's got to go past this level of boxing, and he shows that those guys are going rounds with each other, and he's getting rid of them. I mean, look at Pineda tonight. Look at Swarms tonight. Look at Faze in his last fight. Look at Faze go with Slit. You can see there's level. JJ's is levels above them, and I think he should be tested as that. I don't think we should. I think we have to progress as fighters. And I'm not disrespecting anyone else in the influencer scene. I just think JJ should progress.
So you don't think a fight with Sol Papi is progression?
I think ultimately he's got to do. Ultimately, he's got to do. Not just what Jake has done, but and then some. We've got to improve him as a boxer. Do you understand what I mean? I think he's got to fight an actual, real boxer, so like a Tommy Fury, you look at Woodley as an MMA fighter. These guys are solid, tested guys. I don't think JJ would get a lot out of fighting another YouTuber. I think everyone expects him to run everyone over. It's weird because I'm new to the scene, and everyone's
You love it, Alexis. You love it.
Listen, it's fantastic. The crowd's amazing, and all the athletes are great kids. But ultimately, every time someone speaks to me, they're like, "JJ's going to run this kid over." And that we don't want that feeling. We want to have a fight.
Well, that's enough of JJ. Your other fighter, Idris Virgo, got the win out there tonight. Yeah. How happy as a coach were you to see that?
Yeah, I mean, look, Idris is a stud. He works real hard in the gym. And if I'm honest with you, he had a real bad night tonight compared to how he normally boxes. Yeah, he would have. I mean, he should have stopped that kid. That kid was all over the place. The kid fell over 4 times, just falling on his knees. Idris he has to be out a little bit more often, I think. But I mean, he fits in this influencer scene great because he's that level that Anthony Taylor isn't. And that's a benchmark for a lot of these guys. And that's a benchmark that you want. So yeah, I'm real happy as a coach.
Who do you think Idris can fight next? Because I guess he's levels above some of the boxers. But then if he might get a more competitive fight, you have to be quite careful you match Idris with, just because there's so few boxers that are probably going to want to fight him. Who are you picking for Idris? It's going to be a difficult one.
I've got to be honest with you. We're contract killers. You put the contract in front, we go for it. We don't pick and choose. Like when it comes to JJ, there's 4 or 5 names, and it's a small pool of talent to get from. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying about Idris. It's going to be difficult to match him, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Look, ultimately, Misfits wants to bring in those pro boxers and have their own belts and fight against legit WBC, IBF. They want to fight against those challengers. So it might be that we can do proper crossover boxing here and have a legit belt that people respect, which is what we want. And also, the 4 rounds, 6 rounds, it's so much entertainment in that. Yeah. Instead of having a long fight where guys points you out for 10 rounds, you get proper fights in 4 rounds, 6 rounds. I think it's awesome.
You do get money's worth. But between me and you, Alexis, you do love this influencer space.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I've training fighters for nearly 30 years now. Yeah. It's something that I've never ever been into, and I'm a huge fan of how everyone's a huge fan of everyone. Yeah. Like that for me is really different.
Even the fans up here.
Yeah,
you don't get that for UFC and boxing as much.
You don't get that. I mean, obviously our top end fighters do, but I mean, even like some of the guys are getting so much love around here, and it's such a pleasure to be involved in that. So for us, it's a breath of fresh air. Fans are amazing. The organisation's great. Can't really complain, you know.
Awesome. I appreciate you. Thanks, Alexis.
Thank you.